So you want to work internationally with Doctors Without Borders and become part of a global team providing vital medical assistance to those who need it most. Well, you're in the right place. Doctors Without Borders, also known as MSF, is a non-governmental organization that provides emergency medical humanitarian care across the globe to people affected by conflict, epidemics, and disasters. In this video, we'll tell you everything you need to know about MSF Canada's application process. We'll go over the common reasons people choose to work with us, what a typical day might look like, and what to consider before applying, and finally, how we match people to projects. So why work with MSF? There's several reasons people choose to work with us. There's the opportunity to make a difference by delivering essential medical care to people around the globe, to do challenging work that strengthens skills and leadership, flexibility, and collaboration, to gain new skills, competencies, and experiences that can be applied to work outside of MSF, to collaborate with international, intercultural teams and build strong relationships with colleagues from all over the world, and to work with a reputable, well-resourced organization that will support you along your journey. Now, whether you're a healthcare professional or not, joining MSF puts you at the heart of our medical interventions. We offer a satisfying career path that is both interesting and enriching. And whether you want to be part of our operational activities or work in our supporting offices around the world, MSF provides you a wide range of training and development programs to support your career growth. What does it look like to work with Doctors Without Borders? Well, in 2023, MSF operated in over 70 countries with a global team of over 60,000 dedicated individuals. 80% of our staff are locally hired, 10% are international staff, and the remaining 10% make up our headquarters staff and offices across the globe. This means that most of the essential medical humanitarian work is carried out by local colleagues, and this goes from drivers to surgeons and everything in between. These individuals bring expertise, local insights, and a wide range of professional skills. And what does this mean for you as an international staff member? Well, this means that you'll be working side by side with your locally recruited colleagues. Regardless of your profession, your role will mostly involve coordination, capacity building, supervision, and training. To ensure team stability in our medical projects, we ask most people to commit to an assignment of 6 to 12 months. The only exceptions to this are medical specialists like anesthesiologists, obstetricians, and surgeons, where the minimum lengths of commitment can range from 6 to 8 weeks. For more information about a specific profile, visit the Work With Us section of our website. Why does MSF intervene, and what is the most common type of project? Well, at least half of our projects are in contexts of armed conflict and violence. Some projects respond to outbreaks of disease like measles, cholera, and Ebola, and a small portion of our projects are in response to disasters like floods and earthquakes. Now, the countries where we send the most Canadians, including people working for MSF for the very first time, are Yemen, Central African Republic, Afghanistan, Democratic Republic of Congo, Pakistan, Iraq, South Sudan, and Haiti. While there are risks, we do our utmost to mitigate and manage any dangers to staff and patients. We apply knowledge, tools, and systems that we've acquired over 50 plus years of humanitarian action. Now, this includes implementing a comprehensive set of security protocols and guidelines that ensure the safety of all staff, upholding a strong set of humanitarian principles and communicating it to civilians, military, and other stakeholders, increasing trust and acceptance in the communities where we work by involving them in our programming and providing them emergency medical care, and incorporating the knowledge and expertise of local staff who have strong community ties and local trust. Although our work is never risk-free, we provide all the information you need to make an informed decision before accepting your assignment. What are living and working conditions like at MSF? Well, living conditions depend on the local context. You'll typically live with an international team sharing common areas and washrooms. Amenities like air conditioning and 24-hour access to electricity aren't guaranteed. Your meals can sometimes be repetitive as it's based on what's available locally. And your living situation can vary from modest accommodations in refugee camps to more comfortable settings in urban areas. In short, you'll need to adapt to your project's local context. Working hours can fluctuate, especially in emergency situations. You may be required to work longer hours when necessary, but you'll typically have at least one day off per week. Time is set aside for rest and relaxation. Some of our favorite activities include movie nights, cooking with colleagues, yoga, exercise, reading, journaling, and if the context allows for it, visiting local restaurants and shops. Now, before you apply, there are some things you should consider. First, you must be legally allowed to work in Canada, so either a permanent resident or a Canadian citizen. If you aren't either of those two things, you can apply to the recruitment office in your country of residence. Go to msf.org for more information. Secondly, our application process is competitive, and not all applications get selected. Here are the things we look for in all applications. Relevant international experience. So we look for international experience in contexts similar to where we operate, so places with limited healthcare systems, armed conflict, or public health emergencies. So not all travel experience is relevant to MSF. For example, visiting your family in France. No, not relevant. How about immigrating to Canada from a country where MSF has worked? Yes, relevant. Volunteering with a local organization in Pakistan? Yes. 1 week, all-inclusive stay in Dominican Republic? No. Backpacking in Central America for several weeks? Yeah. Working with Indigenous communities in remote regions in Canada as a nurse? Yes, definitely. So we're looking for individuals with experience living outside their comfort zone, in unfamiliar, remote, or modest conditions. First assignments are full of challenges. Culture shock is not something you want to add to that list of challenges. Language speaking skills. Speaking another language besides English, like French, Arabic, Spanish, or Portuguese, is a valuable skill to include in your application. And for some profiles, speaking both English and French is a requirement for the role. Management, supervision, and training. Most international roles will involve these 3 things. Prior experience managing, supervising, and training a team of people is highly desirable. Bonus points if you've done this in a multicultural setting. Availability. You must be available for the contract duration. For most profiles, this will vary between 6 to 12 months, 6 to 9 months being the most common. The only exception is for specialized medical profiles such as obstetricians, surgeons, and anesthesiologists. A commitment to doing humanitarian work with MSF. In addition to being available for the full length of the contract, we are looking for people who want to pursue multiple assignments with MSF, people who want to grow within the organization and potentially take on more responsibility in different roles in a career with MSF. Experience working in multicultural teams. At MSF, you will work closely with locally hired staff and other internationals from a diverse range of professions, nationalities, and cultures. Flexibility. Working for MSF requires a lot of flexibility, as we can't guarantee an exact departure date through the recruitment process. Now, if your availability dates are not flexible or if you have a fixed leave of absence planned, the matching process can be difficult. Successful applicants must be open to working in various environments, including conflict zones and post-conflict zones. You may remember the list of countries mentioned earlier, where we send most Canadians. If you can't picture yourself working in these countries and contexts, MSF work may not be for you. It isn't possible to place people according to the specific country or regional requests. Our main goal is to meet the needs of our medical projects by selecting flexible people who can meet the evolving needs of our work. More up-to-date information on salary, benefits, and other frequently asked questions is available on our website. All international staff receive a monthly salary in their Canadian bank account. This is not volunteer work, but the salaries of an international staff are based on a principle of modesty. Doctors Without Borders will cover costs linked to your work abroad, such as accommodation, food, transport, insurance, vaccinations, visas, work permits, and any related medical fees. You're entitled to 25 days of paid vacation per year, which will be prorated to the duration of your contract. We offer psychological support before, during, and after your assignment. What happens after you apply? Well, let's talk about the matching process. The recruitment process takes about 2 to 3 months to complete. And once you're accepted, you'll be added to a pool of successful applicants awaiting their next assignment. Now, this is known as the matching process. Depending on the operational needs, your profile, and your availability, the matching process can vary widely. It usually takes 1 to 6 months, but in some cases it might take even longer. And this can be frustrating to those of you who are really eager to begin your MSF journey. However, you'll have things to do during this waiting period. Most people continue working while waiting for their match. We can usually give about 1 month's notice prior to your match date. In the meantime, you'll complete administrative tasks, go through our medical clearance process, and receive any required vaccines. You'll also participate in pre-departure training. It's a mix of e-learning, readings, briefings, and in-person sessions, all geared towards preparing you for your first assignment with MSF. You'll get to meet your career manager, your main point of contact. They'll help you find your first assignment, answer any burning questions, and support you through your many international assignments, and help identify any additional training or professional development opportunities to advance your career at MSF. Hopefully, this has given you a better understanding of what it's like to work at MSF and what our application process is like. If you're ready to embark on your MSF journey, visit our website and start your application now. And if you have any questions, you can reach us at applications@msf.ca.